Hey, everybody, welcome to the Buddy System Podcast.
Buddy System Podcast.
What's going on?
Hey, guys.
We got this is our first time we're doing like a true segment.
Yeah, like a two-parter. I
Yeah.
think last time we intended to have Lucia do the segment, and then we just did the whole episode with her.
Yeah. Well, and then we like Luke as well doing his segment. We just were like, well, let's just do a whole episode with Luke, and it'll be in his
Also,
segment.
shit, it's over there. I won't get up because I know you guys hate it when I get up, but I have the book.
It is the king. Matty is the king of like. You'll be like, all right, Matty, you ready to go? And he's like, totally ready to go. And he's walking away the other direction. You're like, Matty,
Are you guys ready?
Matty, you ready to go? And you're like, Matty, you're walking the wrong way right now. He's like, yeah, I'm just gonna do 4,000 more things before we
One
leave.
more quick getting ready thing. Other than that, I'm fully ready right now.
Matty, are you ready? You ready right now? He's like, yes, completely ready, but I have to do
I stood up. Ready.
almost everything before we get
Most of the things are not done, but I am ready as hell. As are you guys, I assume? You guys are good, right?
You
So
guys
am I.
all look ready. I am as well, even though I do appear undressed. And
Where are my pants? That's what I am ready.
How about you shut up?
Besides pants. There was an asterisk, but I'm ready as hell, though.
And it was where my clothes? Aliens took all. I've been probed, so
I don't know if we talked about this on the pod yet. This literally was a month ago or something. I went home because we were doing 2 eps and I forgot to bring any clothes. And I went home to change. I lost my belt while I was changing. I wanted to wear the same belt.
Yeah.
In my own small apartment. Lost my belt, dude.
There was a couple
The belt that I
episodes-
was walked in wearing, doing a quick change.
Yep.
Couldn't find it for 5 minutes.
We did another 2B one day, and you were like, "I gotta go get it." I was like, "No, just stay
Yeah.
here." Because if you leave,
Hours.
it'll be gone. Like earlier today, I was like, "Maddie, you're gonna be over here." Yeah, I'm gonna be there. I'm leaving my house. I just got out of the shower.
got out of the
Be there
shower.
in 20 fucking minutes. Gonna be right fucking there. And then it was 3:20 minutes later.
I get a text. It's been 3:20 minutes.
It's been 3:20 minutes.
This
Actually,
time I'm out the door for real. Key is in it. We're locking it.
which I'm sorry for. As soon as I texted you that, I was like, "It is a bit." I just thought.
Oh, I know.
I thought it'd be funny, but there is nothing worse than like when you're hurrying, because I hurry for about an hour and a half as I'm leaving my house. I leave for about an hour and a half when I'm leaving my house, and fucking. So if someone's going like, "Hey, will you hurry?"
Especially
Everything
when
is
you're already
worse now.
hurrying. Yeah. You're like, oh
Like-
man, and as I suspected, everyone is mad.
Yeah.
I knew it more than I even suspected.
And guess what? I'm mad at me as well.
Me too. Join the club.
As I suspected, everyone's super pissed at me right now.
I don't know if I want to do a bit about this, but like I've talking to myself when I'm at home, like especially rushing around, where I'm like, focus. Sometimes I'll go, guys. Or I'll be like, I'll say
nobody?
I'll say we or let's, but I'm just talking to myself.
Yeah.
And I'm like, or sometimes I'll do third person. I'll be like, dude, what? So there's a lot going on that I think we need to figure out how to unpack, and
Yes,
maybe I'll take it to the
I'm doing
stage.
that too, 100%. Like I'll be putting on my this happens to me all the time. I'll like be putting on my boxers and like my toe will get caught in the fucking like in the brief right there.
Yeah.
And it like starts just pulling my whole body towards the floor.
We're not doing this.
And I'll be like, the fuck are you guys doing?
Yeah, no, we are together on this.
The amount of times I like find myself it'll be like real early in the morning. Maeve's still sleeping. I'm making myself coffee and I like drop something and it drops for 4 whole minutes.
It's the heaviest fork on the loudest floor.
Like hits every single thing we have on the way down, and I'm like trying to catch it, and I'm going shh. I'm like shushing a fork while it falls.
You're thinking it'll help, or maybe the shushing will like cover the sharpness of the tings and pangs. Yeah, that's chanting.
Dude, well, if you haven't done that as a bit yet, you really should. About how much I do. I spend so much time just like being like to myself.
I'm also trying to like slow down with things because like I will get so frustrated at a thing that I feel like is besting me, but it's not. It's the thing. They were opening these when the weed guy came down earlier.
Yeah, you did
I was
for
like,
a while.
I tore it open, and then it's with the child-proof Ziplocs.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm not a child. Just do it. I don't want to understand the physics of the grip underneath. So sometimes I'll just take a scissors, but I was starting, and I go, stop. It's not. It's you having a meltdown.
You're getting mad at a plastic bag.
So I'm
right
trying
now.
to do that more. When I say trying to do that, it's starting like an hour ago.
An hour ago, and it won't work.
It's not going well.
Next time any inanimate object does anything to me, I will fucking kill it.
I actually read something yesterday that I'm really okay. We've talked about my road rage before. It's something, again, don't love, but it is, a part of the gremlin inside me. And it was this thing, it was called like the empty boat concept or something, where it was like, okay, like you're in a river rowing a boat, and then like another boat like smashes into you. And you're like, what the fuck? What kind of idiot? You stupid asshole. And you turn and there's no one in the boat. So then all of a sudden you're like not mad because this is just an empty boat that like it was loose.
Oh.
But like if there was a person in there, you have all this rage at this person. But the same thing happened, but there's just not a person in it. So it's like,
now what are you mad at?
right. You know what I mean? So I was like, I read that yesterday, and I was like, because I have been trying to do that with like,
yelling at the sky.
Yeah, you set this boat.
Who the fuck? How'd this boat get here?
Yeah, that was the end of it. So it's don't get mad at the boat. Get mad at the Lord.
Get mad at God.
Get mad at God.
I mean, I find myself getting mad at inanimate objects so much, especially when I lose them. I'm like, where the fuck did you go? Think you're fucking sneaky? Get the fuck back here. And usually it's because I put my hat over it. Or here's what I've caught myself doing lately: being responsible, putting my stuff where it's supposed to go.
Wait, back the fuck up.
Have you ever done that?
This
before?
sounds like a whole new approach. Did you read like a Marie Kondo book about this?
No. I just say like I'll like lose something, quote unquote, and then I'll find it in the place where it's supposed to be.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like, when did I get when did I get responsible?
Do you ever have that? We've
shouldn't be. I'm tricking myself.
This is a new, an improved situation.
So I'm doing what I'm supposed to do.
Yeah,
That's
you're like,
not what I'm usually doing.
Why are my earbuds not behind the toilet? This is insane.
Yeah.
Oh, they're charging on the shelf? Weird.
What the fuck, dude?
Do you ever do this when you're like in a panic?
My wallet's not at the bottom of the fucking laundry hamper?
That's where I usually have it on accident, but that's where I look for it. Do you ever do this? And like, especially when like maybe you haven't eaten enough and we're trying to get out the door, like we said, for a long time, and you're looking for something, and you start to get mad at your partner who's not even home. You're like, she fucking put it somewhere. I bet. Do you ever do that? That's where I'll start to get it. And then I will find it, and it's somewhere that I'm like, I totally left that there. And I'm like, but it's like for 3 minutes prior, I'm like, why would she
squirrel away my things like this?
I'm like, oh, I did put it under 3 piles of shit.
Yesterday, Maeve said to me, she was like, have you been stealing my phone charger at night?
Okay, whatever.
Like,
I was
like
hoping something
up
else.
with her phone like dead, and I'm like, no, I haven't. But I love that for days you've been suspicious of me. Like,
you just reach over and go, yeah.
I love that she's been like looking over at me, being like, you've been unplugging my phone. Huh?
She wakes up, I was like, 9%. This fucking piece of shit.
I found that so funny. I was like, you've just been kind of like side-eyeing me for like a week and a half.
That is
just
really...
like, I think this fucker's stealing my apple juice.
You're like, she's like, I gotta clear the air. Have you been doing this? You're like, what?
And I truly haven't. I haven't. I like,
it's true. He is not.
That
would be such a shit move though. Just like she falls asleep and you just reach over like, clink.
Well, no, she thought I was unplugging it and plugging my phone in.
Oh, okay.
Because a lot of times I plug my phone in the other room, but then I'll like go up to use the bathroom in the morning, and then that's where my phone is plugged in.
Right, and you'll bring it in and it's fully charged.
And I bring it in, it's charged, and then her phone. I think she just like sleeps on her phone and anyway. It's boring, but it is.
Yeah,
it is hilarious that she was suspicious.
It is really funny. She's like, your phone charged, my phone not charged. You've been charging.
Thievery afoot. The treachery, I feel, is afoot for sure. Oh man, we said we were going to start with this podcast talking about aliens.
We did, and I was like, yeah, let's do it.
I want to apologize to you.
About what, man?
Before this podcast, I was like, we need a starting point.
Oh, yeah.
We got to figure it out. And you were like, all right, I guess. I don't think we do.
I'm like, I just got back from New York. We could do. You're like, no, aliens. I'm like, hell yeah, dude. I love aliens.
Yeah. And then we didn't even do that.
Yeah, but we are now.
Yeah.
Because I would love to talk about aliens.
Sure. I want to check out this documentary. Maeve was showing it to me. She was like, Maeve.
Yeah.
Who's not like, I don't think a really like conspiracy type person at all.
Right.
She's so like just happy and like deals with the problems in front of her instead of being like, I wonder who did 9/11.
Right,
She's just like,
the
chilling.
Illuminati.
Yeah, she doesn't. She's like, that's outside my pay grade, and I do not care. I'd rather grow heirloom tomatoes and
get black market labubus.
Yeah, and get black market labubus exactly.
Right. We all have our skill sets in the squadron, you know.
But then we were like, I was about to leave to come here, and she was like, wait, check out this ad. I think we should watch this documentary. And it was just all these like whistleblowers for aliens, and I was like, Okay.
This has been going on for a while, but like
so you're in now.
I feel like the CIA or the government dropped a bunch of this like in the middle or after COVID. And they're like, by the way, they're super real. And everyone was like, we got enough shit on our plate right now.
Yeah, they like definitely have like said like, hey, there are like multiple people who worked for government agencies have come out and been like, there are UAPs, they're unmanned, and it's that and they're not from here, and we've seen the people and we've seen the ships. And it's
I saw this thing the other day. Again, I don't know what I'm seeing, but like that's why I'm like, you know what? Yeah, there has to be aliens. But this guy was like saying that like we have some.
yeah.
Like we have a few of the guys, like they're
like
little dudes.
They're at Area 51 or whatever.
Yeah, and like he said, there's like kind of two types that were like some are. I forget what the analogy was. I should have wrote this down because I was like, we should talk about this in the pod, and I was like,
I mean,
scroll.
I'm not like a huge conspiracy guy, but I do love. I mean, and I kind of am actually.
Who are you talking? What the fuck are you talking about?
I'm not like I don't like peddle them myself.
No, I know.
But
I like talking about them. Until I start getting too into one, and then I go, I gotta back off this shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I like the fun ones though.
Yeah, me too. The fun ones are great. Also, I mean, this is fun and could be unfun. I don't know. I think it's real as hell.
This documentary, the premise of it, and I'm gonna watch it, and then we're gonna talk about it again on this podcast.
This is the new one. What is this one called?
Age of Disclosure.
Okay.
They're saying that basically we're in like an arms race. Oh, sorry, that is the one. We're in an arms race with these other governments to get alien technology. And we keep trying to like basically shoot down these UAPs so that we can reverse engineer them.
What a perfectly American thing to do instead of just like trying to be friends with them.
You guys want to be friends? It's fine.
Well, also we're like, can we be friends? They're like, why? They're like, just for all your lasers and stuff. Like, no. Can we be friends? Why? So we can so we can
stick it to China. What do you think?
We stick it to China and then to you, honestly.
Yeah,
we want to use
you
these
guys
against
want
you.
some, we'll fucking fuck you up too, bitch.
Wait, really quick before we say anything else, have you guys been watching what we've been doing down here? You have. Okay,
Can we have some of your laser beams?
You know that we lie a lot, right?
We'd like to use some of your laser beams on children, if you don't mind.
Just ones over there where no one will know.
So it's an arms race, and apparently China, America, Russia, they all have like pretty secret groups in their military where the whole thing is like just UAPs.
Do you think they all have an alien?
I don't know. That'd be crazy.
Wait, Sean, will you Google like does the U.S. have an alien? Like
we are officially a podcast, by the way,
because we're talking about aliens and smoking weed.
Yeah, it's now. We've become. Someone
had a tweet, and this was like 15 years ago or something, when like Rogan was like not the whatever this creation is now.
Monster that he is.
Yeah, it's still when he was like kind of not,
Yeah.
I don't know, but some girl, it was like some tweet that was like one of those that lives in my head forever. It was like, back when I was in high school, you didn't need Joe Rogan. Like you had a friend who had an older brother who was a fucking loser, and he had like black light posters in the basement, and he would smoke weed and tell you that aliens were like invented the pyramids.
Yeah,
that's what podcasts are. I think.
That is what we're doing over here, baby. So if you were an alien and you came to Earth, which country would you approach to talk to? Oh, why wouldn't it be the United States?
I don't think I would approach any. Like, okay, why would I be here though?
You came here and you're like, I gotta talk to somebody on this planet. Which country are you like gonna hit up to be like, hey?
Well,
you guys think you can get through the rest of them?
If I'm coming here, it's either I feel like the two main reasons would be one, we need help because our country's dying, or two, you're about to ruin this whole planet, and we're gonna try to help you.
Let's do the latter.
I'm an alien. I'm showing up to Earth because I'm like, you guys are about to blow this whole shit up.
Yeah. And we need one country to fucking make it so that's not the case.
I mean, unfortunately, the three biggest ones are the three meanest, scariest ones.
Yeah.
Us, Russia, and China.
Yeah.
Does that seem like anybody would be like, hey, we'll be super nice to you?
A nice country that would be like, everyone would listen to it.
Yeah, but like, it doesn't matter if then like if the other countries just blow up that whole country.
Right.
I mean, I guess, like maybe Denmark.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
I guess you're right. Like someone with like the power of the European, with the EU.
South Korea. They're pretty chill.
Their neighbor is not though.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, their next door neighbor is.
Risky neighbor.
Yeah.
Risky neighborhood, the Korean.
Maybe
Peninsula.
Japan, actually.
Ooh, yeah, but yeah. The Chinese wouldn't like that.
No.
Yep.
The Chinese are going to do something. I don't even want to. Yeah. The Chinese and Russians would do stuff to me as an alien that I would not want to think about.
We would too. I feel like we're going to be like, I thought
nice.
like growing up, I saw like pictures of like, this is what it's going to be like in 2026. And it'd be like hovering cars and fucking personal helicopters, and everybody's fucking got like sweet terminals on their arms. And like,
and you just go to.
But no, it's refrigerators on wheels and some orange Q-tip being like, there's aliens.
Mm-hmm. You have the same brain with all the information in the world at every second, constantly blown into your face.
Yeah.
We know too much.
Yeah.
Too often, too many times a day.
Good thing it's going to be even more ramped up with AI.
Yeah.
All that knowledge is going to be ramped up, digestible, and idiotized.
No, but that is the idiotization of the person. Like there was
like giving it a voice, like AI being like conversational, it's just like such a slippery slope to people being like, I'm fully dumb. I have no ability to think to myself. I just type all my questions into this AI, and then old Huckleberry delivers it to me in a way it's like, I'll have it prayer.
And you're assuming that thing is also telling the truth.
Yeah, telling the truth or doesn't have any sort of motivation. Yeah.
I hate to be this guy, but like that's what they, and I don't know who they is, but that's what they want is everyone to be dumb as shit.
Yeah.
Just consumers, just you know, like
I always think of the Wall-E people.
Yeah.
You ever seen Wall-E?
Not in a long time. Wasn't it sad as fuck? Just like this lonely, cute little guy.
A robot who's alone completely, and then he meets another robot, and then they, I have to save the world, and all the people are up in this like satellite above Earth, and they're all like basically in like wheelchairs while watching their iPads.
Oh,
they're all so fat and stupid they can't do anything else.
I mean, we're.
Yeah.
There's like, I think we have to be in the middle of some kind of colossal shift.
Yeah.
In like a lot of things, like globally. Yeah.
But the AI now is currently it's just so stupid. Like that's true. Like, we're still smarter. Like, this guy for sure. I know this guy.
Who's this?
So there's this guy.
This not a real guy?
He's this guy Husk, and he's done these like AI videos where he does this thing where he's like, okay, AI, ChatGPT, I'm about to run a mile. Time me while I run this mile. And the guy is like, all right, yeah, I'll time you. And he's like, okay, cool. I'm gonna start now. And the ChatGPT is like, all right, starting the timer. And then 2 seconds later, he's like, I'm done. I ran the mile. How many minutes did I just do? Or like how long did it take me to run that mile? And then ChatGPT will be like, 10 minutes. It just makes up a number.
Okay.
It's telling you what you want to hear. It's like a friend that's not willing to say no to you.
I don't know if it was Google AI or the Sam Altman one or whoever, but like it was a journalist, I think this might have been in the Times, that he was like testing it basically, and he was doing like a research on Epstein and was asking stuff about Epstein. It just said, I can't help you with that. And like he like rephrased the question all these different times, and it still was like, I'm sorry, I can't help you with that.
I wouldn't doubt if the Husk guy does something like that too, because like there are, and he's getting the attention of Sam Altman and people like that with him just being able to find all the
I also don't like that. Here's the other thing. I don't know enough about any of this, but I don't like that I'm not like worried about talking about it.
Yeah,
because people are just about the scientists that
people have died from
the 11 scientists.
Oh yeah, I saw that. The national security, they all worked in the national security.
Yeah.
I mean, and then that one guy from the OpenAI guy, like he revealed that OpenAI was like stealing tons of patents and copyrights and all that stuff. And then like he's dead.
Right.
He's dead. He killed himself.
Or they went missing in ways that were like dumb, where like they just left their house with no phone, keys, and wallet, and never were found, or they like died in suspicious circumstances.
I mean, you wonder if like that Husk guy one day he'll discover something and he'll be like, Husk, turns out he's very sad.
Right. Well,
sad boy.
There's all these people like
troubled. Had kitty porn on his computer too.
Look at all this. Don't feel bad for him.
Yeah,
he was a pervert.
Yeah,
there's sitting Congress people that have like tweeted in the last year, I am not sad. I'm a strong swimmer. I am like, you know what I mean? That's terrifying, dude.
That's crazy.
You know, like I don't know. That's why I'm like, obviously we're not like trying to get to the bottom of everything, but like the fact that I'm on a podcast where you talk about aliens and bird diarrhea and like blow drying your balls. Like,
well, we haven't talked about that
not yet. I can't wait.
But I did do that. So
yeah. That might be a Patreon one.
Yeah, maybe we'll teaser for the.
We
Patreon.
Almost opened with that, but it was too ball heavy for both of us out of the gate.
I let my fucking
Me and Chris shared some secrets about our balls with each other yesterday on the way out, and we said let's save it for the pod. And then we were opening this pod. We're like, you know what? Maybe Patreon or maybe not. When we are going to split the episode with our good friend Lucia, we'll save it for a boys only one.
Dude, I wonder if we'll ever. That would be the worst. Is if you were doing like we're talking about all these people who unalive themselves because they knew too much or whatever. Mm-hmm. How annoying would it be? Like we do this podcast, we like say something we don't even know what we're talking about.
That's what I'm saying.
Like you're like, yeah, the U.S. has an alien, and then like we get thrown in the back of a van after this, and they're like, so you know about a fucking alien, huh? And you're like, no, I don't. You're like, well, it turns out you're gonna kill yourself.
And the alien's in there smoking a cigarette. Like, how'd you find out about me?
How'd you fucking find out about me? It's like I was just shooting the shit, and we were both really high.
Instagram. You don't have Instagram?
Strap the gun machine to his head.
Yeah. And what movie was that?
Shooter with Mark Wahlberg.
Where they like it's like a thing, and
they have like a contraption that like takes a revolver, wraps your hand around it, and then like pulls the trigger for you so you get the blast on your hand.
Right. Well, this was a different movie then because I've never seen that movie.
Oh,
so
you haven't seen Shooter with Mark Wahlberg?
I don't think so. Is it a sniper movie?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, is it a sniper? Oh, is it a sniper movie?
It's a sniper movie.
It's the sniper movie. American Sniper. That was Wahlberg's second best
sniper movie. Is he like, hey, listen, I've got a lot of guys to kill and not enough time.
Hey, I really like being a sniper. Can we make another movie about me being a sniper?
I like being a sniper. Hey,
I like being one of the guys really super far away with a really big gun.
Can my brothers be in this? No, just me? All right, I'll be a sniper again.
Put my brother in it. I'll be a sniper one more time.
We're doing hamburgers now. You know that? What is that? I don't know enough about it, and
Wahlburgers.
It showed up in my realm of my periphery of pop culture. And I was like, I refuse to learn more about this.
I think they're just so dumb that they're like, our name's got a burger in it.
I saw
I
saw raw meat packaged in a grocery store with that brand on it. Mark Wahlberg's selling raw beef in the store.
Well, everyone wants to be a tycoon.
I think that because at no point do they want to. I think once you start getting to a certain level of rich, you get a peek at the people that are really like, oh, when the meteor comes, we're actually also going to be fine. You're like, oh, my 80 million is not enough money.
Yeah.
Now I need multiple billions.
Yeah.
So I can at least have like a room in their fucking weird bunker.
Right.
And like, I think that's why you just start fucking. Because why in the holy name of God would you need hundreds of billions of dollars?
Yeah.
It's so insane.
I know you've said this. This is the conspiracy theory that will get Matty absolutely.
Just share or like let people have food.
Do you think billionaires want all that money because they need to buy up enough resources so they can get off the planet?
I think they have enough. It'll insulate them from whatever hellfire and brimstone happens here, or if they can. I mean, because there's nowhere they can go right now. There'll be
Dinosaurs too.
Yeah, I mean, there'll be probably places.
The asteroid
underground. I mean, there's probably air purification stuff. Like, who knows? There's like some. I don't know. We could do this all day. Now I'm just getting.
Speaking of dinosaurs.
Yeah.
I sent you this the other day. I actually sent this to you last night. I was just like, here's what a T-Rex actually sounds like. Good luck sleeping tonight, bitch.
That thing was crazy.
Yeah.
And I text you back and go, imagine if you were hiding, because this is my first place my brain went was hiding from it.
Yeah.
Because also it said it had the better eyes than an eagle.
I know.
And this is what they think it sounded like.
Let's listen to it. Fucking haunting.
Yeah, dude.
The scream they got in Jurassic Park, they thought they were like, we've nailed it. That's terrifying. So scary, dude. Imagine just being in the woods and then hearing that. You'd be like, okay, let's not move forever.
No one move, yeah.
It's a really pissed off bird lizard over there, and it's like the size of our house.
I mean, that would shake your whole body.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you'd feel that in your soul.
Mm-hmm.
Sean did.
Yeah.
We played that, and Sean was like, absolutely did not like that.
What if we had a past dinosaur life, dude? Not as dinosaurs, but if we were like a sapien. Oh no, they never existed.
What kind of dinosaur? Yeah, that's my conspiracy theory.
I forgot about that.
This is my conspiracy.
I got so excited about us hiding from dinosaurs for a second. I guess that's just the Jurassic Park world.
My conspiracy is that dinosaurs never existed, and it's a massive cover-up for the existence of dragons.
Okay, I thought you were gonna go like full Jesus creationist on this.
No, we kept seeing like bones in the like we killed them all. We killed all the dragons in ancient history. And then we keep digging up these bones and being like, what are these? And then they had to be like, well, there were giant reptiles a while ago. It's like, oh, dragons? No.
Or they might not know that they're
way different.
They might be
dragons.
too stupid to know they're dragons still.
Yeah, or they could be actually dragons.
Yeah.
This is going to get me, what gets me thrown into the back of a van.
They're like, they know about the dragons and the aliens.
About the fucking dragons, huh?
We're in the same van, just like a split. There's just like a partition.
Matty?
Like a hospital room.
They have an alien. And there's dragons.
Oh,
Fuck,
dude.
man. Shoot, we didn't want to stumble upon all this damn tree.
You guys don't have enough money for 2 vans? There's a government shutdown right now.
Shut the fuck up, dude.
TSA got funded, but the alien vans didn't.
ICE got all the funding.
They got all the vans.
They got all the fucking vans. We don't have time to fucking hunt down all these dragon truthers.
Yeah, we got to double up with the alien dorks.
Oh man! All right, well let's bring. We'll be
Yeah.
right back. We're gonna bring one of our favorite conspiracy theorists back on the pod to peddle her
Her nonsense.
climate smut.
Yeah, God, she's gonna bum us out.
She's back. She's here.
Hey, oh, she's method. She's method today, folks.
Lucia Whalen
Forgot.
is on set. Thank God.
Oh my
We've been
goodness!
stained
Thank you.
with her celebrity today.
Can we fly in some sparkling water? Still wasn't good. Thank you so much.
Yeah, can we get her some? She's not going to talk.
Could
this
you
episode.
drone it over?
Yeah, she's just gonna whisper because it's vocal cords.
I'm on vocal rest today.
So who are we wearing?
I've had a
Prada?
really big week. My car got stolen.
We told her we were going to talk about this regardless, so
Yeah.
I'm glad you're just going to open up with
you're
it.
leaning into it. Now you're acting like we didn't want. We weren't going to make you talk about
Yeah.
Something really bad happened to me.
Yeah, Lucia had a miniature stroke, and we were
Lucia
very worried about her mental health for a moment, but
woke up-
she's back.
She texted our group chat and was like, "Guys, I either got my car towed yesterday or I got my car stolen. There's no other option."
So I was like, okay. I'm like, if it was...
those are the two things that definitely happened to me.
And then she said it was in a permit parking lot. They wouldn't tow it for that. So then,
Well, I
because
spent the whole night calling everyone I know, telling them my car got towed.
yeah.
So the
And
next
you
morning-
called-
Calling every tow yard, calling the cops, couldn't get a hold of them.
and the cops, fucking hell.
you
could
called the
not get
wrong
a hold
number.
of the
Did you try the one that's just 3 digits?
Every cop.
Every cops. Every single one of cops. No copping.
Then 911, then they transfer me over. I'd call 911 again.
You called 911?
Are you serious? I was saying,
Dude,
yeah.
we should mention that on air.
Yeah. Do you just,
No, because you can call 911 and go, this is what I have going on. They go, we'll transfer you.
Okay, yeah, it's true.
what if you're like, my tummy hurts? Like, do people do that? Call
Well,
911?
I thought my car was stolen, so I was like, I got to get a hold of a cop ASAP.
They also
Actually,
probably know that. Never mind.
I met someone on the road who was a 911 911
911
operator.
responder.
And they were like, yes, we get people, like, yes, we get a lot of, obviously, like, real emergencies, but we get people who are, like, clearly just lonely.
Ooh,
And
that
it's like,
fucking
911, what's
breaks
your
my
emergency?
heart.
It's like, so how are you
And in a
doing?
way, that is what
no.
was going on with me.
Yeah, that's probably what was happening with Lush. It was a desperate cry for attention.
You're like, my car was stolen. They're like, are you sure? And you're like, no. And they're like, all right, this is the wrong number.
This is my favorite part, is she went on Facebook Marketplace and messaged multiple people
you really?
inquiring about their cars. It's like, it seems the worst has befallen me.
Wait, did you really?
My car has been stolen. Can I buy your 2007
That-
red Toyota Prius?
I didn't hear this part. Also, okay, when we were on the group chat yesterday, you really started shopping for other cars. I have
My
to just circle back.
nightmare has come true. I now require your car.
Oh my goodness, Lou, she did not tell me this part. I called her yesterday because she was panicking. She doesn't answer, and then she texts me a 2-minute voice memo, and I go, I refuse to do this. That's why I called you. Oh, yeah, I didn't know you were shopping for cars.
Immediately.
So
Not
How would
even
I get
12
to the
hours.
studio on Tuesday?
funny.
So there's more to the story. Do you
I
want to?
need the call by Tuesday.
Do you I need to get here, which is 9 minutes from your house. It's an emergency.
If you don't give me the call,
Tuesday
I will
night.
steal it.
Is that Tuesday night?
So okay, so
then
who wants
what-
to finish the story?
Okay, so then
One of you two.
beautiful, my girlfriend Maeve wakes up and she's obviously.
And also, let me say, if Maeve hadn't offered to just do a drive-by, I would have called the cops again.
Dude, I would not be. We're not cutting this out. We're not editing this out, and I would not say that anymore. How willingly, as a white woman, you're
so
willing to call the
funny.
police.
Not on anyone else, on myself. On my
Agreed.
car.
Yeah.
You should have
On your
called the
car.
cops on yourself. At
You
the
should
end.
have.
Turns out it
Yeah, you should have been. Remember all those calls about the stolen car? It was
come
me.
and get me.
Yeah, you owe them at least coffee, I think.
I'm under arrest, I think. So
Should have been Dunkin' gift
girlfriend-
card.
My girlfriend was like in the neighborhood and she's like, listen, I'll drive by the area where your car is just to see if I can see it or like just give it a easy, like it'll be easier for me to search the streets on my car.
Maybe
than
look
you
for broken
walking
glass
everywhere.
or something. Maybe
Yeah.
signs of a forced entry.
Maeve's also just like always down to if there's a little like
There's a
maybe-
problem on it.
Yeah, Maeve's like, I fucking love putting out fires.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, and so she was like, I turned to the like third corner I turned and she found it within a minute. She
Yeah.
found me. She was like, she
Immediately.
She FaceTimed me and it was just Lucia's car, and she was just laughing. It was so funny.
Okay, well, let me explain. Let me explain. So I was doing a show at the Music Box, and I got out. It was dark outside. I took a left. It
It's
turns
dark
out
outside. I called the police immediately.
I took a left.
It's fucking dark out.
Hello,
what do
police?
I do?
I took
Sun
a
is gone.
I took a left, convinced that's where I had the street. I knew I was on the right street. I couldn't find my car anywhere. I had 11% battery left on my phone.
That's a lot, though. When you're
Definitely time
not
to
in
call
another
the
city and you're not gonna miss a flight or anything.
Well, no, because if it ran out, it was nighttime, getting windy, 3 miles away from my
How
house.
was I supposed to call the cops?
So then,
That's only 10 or 11.
so I
My
can't
cop
find,
collar's on
I can't
11%.
find my car. I'm on the phone with the towing companies, trying to, because it also said tow zone during Cubs games. I was trying to find out if
And it's
there.
midnight on a Sunday.
It
There
was
was no
8
game.
p.m.
Okay.
There was a game. It was in LA, and
That's
There's
not
no
what
way
that
to
sign
know
means,
that,
though. You know
though.
that, right?
I know that
Like,
now.
okay.
but
But you're like, they're in Los
and
Angeles,
Guess
they're
what?
still
Guess
kidding.
what? As I'm researching all this, losing battery on my phone.
Like, holy shit, they took my car to Los Angeles.
She's looking up the MLB schedule instead of looking for her car. Okay, so this is good use of time and battery. Let's go.
I'm running out. Also, I had left the show early, and I'm going, I can't be out here searching for my car when I already said goodbye to all these people. I Uber home.
Oh, so there was a diva element. You're like, I've already said farewell.
100%.
I could never be caught secondly in the street
I can't
again.
be caught
like some-
desperately looking for my car.
and having no phone charger. You're like, I know all those people.
I just
they have,
crushed.
they have phone chargers and cars. I gotta go now.
Yeah.
Please?
Everyone here.
WGN was filming. I couldn't be caught afterwards.
Local
WGN.
comedian Lucia Whalen loses car. Idiot.
So then I go home. I'm talking to everyone I know. I'm in the deepest state of panic you can imagine. Like my life has changed at this point. My cat just had surgery.
My cat had surgery. I'm on Facebook Marketplace trying to rob people's cars.
And we went to dinner last night, and I was like, I think Lucia and I are both paying for Mabes. And then Matty goes, make Lucia pay. She was fully prepared to buy a new car.
May found the car.
And so then a friend of mine is trying to de-escalate me, and she's like, "You were sleep deprived. It sounds like your car is still there."
That was me.
No, a few people told me.
Okay,
that.
I was like, buddy, go back. I'm like, it's probably just on one block
Honestly,
over
and you
with a
saying
fully
that,
phoned.
I just give me your hand. I want to say I really appreciated that.
problem, buddy,
I
anytime.
really appreciated that because you really, despite what you're seeing here, he really said that with no shame initially.
No, because I've been
And
there
I-
1,000 times.
yeah.
I've lost my car so many
No
times.
one
where I'm
called
like,
me.
well, you were non-responsive on the group chat.
Sounds
then,
like
but
me,
there,
actually.
But then there was some
I
action
will
between me,
say-
and then I just
I
that's why I
will
just
say
called
when
you.
your car disappears, no feeling like it. There's no feeling
And
like
then it reappears.
There's no feeling like it. When you go, my car was stolen or it was towed, none of the towing people know where it is.
You're just like free. You're like, wow.
I mean, no, I was like,
It's a high she'll be chasing the rest of her
Yeah.
life.
I was like, there's no way to know.
Not even 12
Where
hours
my
later, she
car
was already like,
is.
you on the phone with me the next morning. You're like, you know what? Like, I hated that car anyways. Like, I'm kind of excited for a new car. And I'm like, well, you haven't even looked yet.
Well, and this is what's really amazing. this is all going to come back around to some of the metaphors I'm going to use to talk about the environment.
Great. That is amazing. Sleeves are off and it's fucking go to whoa. Class is in session.
God, there's such a power move to like when you see like an old guy at a wedding and he's wearing a suit and then he takes off his suit coat and his just short sleeve dress shirt underneath.
Just Andy Sipowicz.
Yeah, and you're
fucking,
like, holy shit, this guy knows what the fuck he's about.
he's Dennis
You
Franzen,
respect
dude.
me now, huh?
Yeah, I mean, I perked
My
up.
car was not lost; it was stolen.
I like how she was like, "Oh, you guys want to make fun of me? Okay, well, guess what?
Guess
Time to
what?
fucking bum you guys out
Dressed
now."
like a fucking nerdy Slytherin.
And you know, I think it's important to be both. Sometimes you lose your car,
Exactly.
and sometimes you know stuff.
I called you. You can do both. We contain multitudes, as you know. I've also lost my car many times. That's why I called you to come. Like, listen, I know it's a panic sesh, but we're gonna get through this and we're gonna
I
find
really appreciated that because I will say this is how my ADHD manifests.
Panic
I'm
and-
so
yeah.
smart in so many ways, so great to be around. I will say
it. It is true. You're not wrong. But it really is. There's a lot. These are like journaling stuff that you're
I'm
doing out loud, which
so
I love.
great to be around.
You are. These are true things. I just usually never hear it say so forcefully out loud in a room full of people with cameras going.
But I will say, like,
a
when
great
faced,
hang.
you know the story with this car. I had 4 tires in it.
There is not.
Four.
They're part of.
so long.
Yeah, and you thought it was like good for it for some reason.
Well, no, I just was like,
I don't know,
I've
it
got
needed
4.
an
I
extra
have nowhere to
4
put
tires.
4 tires.
there was a point in the winter where you're like, I think it's better for the traction on the ice to just load
possibly.
that fucker full of
It
tires.
was keeping me a little lower down.
Only if your
Like
car was
my
really high
car.
up.
that would just double stack.
In terms of ADHD, my car is just so much to manage that if there's a minor inconvenience, I go, it's gone.
Yeah.
What do you think's going on with my car?
Oh yeah, Chris. We're making fun of me. Chris's car's
Yeah.
just been. All he needs is a new what's it called registration. It's been
For
sitting out in the
6
lot
months,
for
I'd say.
6 months.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
And
actually,
he
one of the
starts
craziest
it,
things
Pretty
I've ever
much
maybe
seen.
all
once
of
a week.
2026, I haven't. Well, I've
Oh.
been on tour all the time, and I drive my car. I get around. I'll like drive it around the block just so it doesn't like sit around.
So it doesn't
like,
die all the way. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I don't really drive it very much. I don't really want to go like search for parking, and then I also don't want to on my like 3 days home at a time go to the DMV and be like. Go there and they go, oh, you actually don't have the right piece of mail.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
And something that
fuck,
people
of course
don't
I
talk
After you sit there
about.
for 4 hours, really quick before I forget, because I forgot yesterday and already twice today. Your merch, your teaser in my car.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Well,
we can cut this out of the pod, or we can leave it in. But
Well,
or it's an
something-
example of ADHD.
Hey
'cause
everyone,
I
I
forgot.
got T-shirts for sale on my website.
They're cool tees. We picked them up yesterday.
Something people don't talk about is like your car can get lost.
Yeah, you can. One time I had my car moved, like by the city.
Whoa.
Towed. There was like a water, like a pipe burst. So I went out and all the cars were gone. And I was like, what the fuck? And if you go into the tow database, they have relocated cars and you can find your license plate.
Well, one thing I really didn't when I was living in the reality that my car had gotten towed, I was like, I didn't think this really happened to people. And
What kind of shit did you just say to us? You really didn't think people's car got towed?
Well, I was just
I
like,
thought it was like fake.
It's happened to me maybe 12 times.
I
least.
thought this was something that happens in movies, and you end up at the tow yard.
Oh, so you've been driving around the city. You see all these cars hooked up the back of tow trucks all the time?
I've
You're
never
like,
seen- never seen that.
They're on their way to a movie
Though in
set.
high school, I did date a guy who drove a tow truck
And what did he do with
fun?
it? What did he use the tow truck for? I just want to know.
Yeah, please tell me.
to tow.
Oh, okay.
What?
I'm talking TOE.
It was a toe-shaped truck. She got us on that one. That was word game. She's having a blast. I'm really fun to be around, and I really bring a lot of joy.
How quickly you put up your hand with some DOE.
DOE. I'm talking about feet fingers, dude. Let's go.
Well, so we've had some fun. I've got some bad news.
Oh no.
This is where we need a sound effect. We'll work on one in post.
Oh no.
We've had some fun. I put my ego on the line.
Oh,
But we got to talk about some stuff.
Okay, here we
There's stuff
go.
going on with the environment.
okay.
We talked about glyphosate on the first episode I was on.
We did. Can you give us a quick reminder, because I read so much about it that I forgot about
Glyphosate.
Okay, so right now there's a big Supreme Court case. They're taking up a landmark case about Roundup. And
Oh, yes.
glyphosate is one of the main ingredients
I just
in
read a thing about
Roundup.
this yesterday. They want to put it like everywhere. Yeah.
Well, so So it's one of the most widely used weed killers in the world, and it pretty clearly causes cancer.
Yes,
But so Bayer is the company that bought Monsanto. Monsanto famously evil. Created genetically modified seeds that like farmers are forced to buy every year and use
the fertilizer is
Roundup.
also modified to only work with that.
Exactly. It basically like they had a monopoly, have a monopoly on industrial agriculture.
What about when they sue the other farmers' lands when like a seed blows over and starts growing, they take all their land?
Yeah, and because they have these GMO seeds, they would sue farmers.
Proprietary, yeah.
Exactly. You got it.
Fucked.
You got it. It's really fucked.
I've seen all
and
that shit,
so they have tens of thousands of lawsuits from people who say the product caused their non-Hodgkin lymphoma, which is a form of cancer. But there's this ongoing scientific disagreement, and some research links Roundup's key ingredient glyphosate to cancer, while some U.S. regulators say it's safe. Monsanto/Bayer have paid for studies saying that it's okay. So we know what the truth is.
How many times have we seen this movie, by the way?
No, literally. Well, so now this case has been brought to the Supreme Court, and Bayer is basically saying the federal government already reviewed our product and decided we don't need a cancer warning on the label. So they think that individual states shouldn't be able to sue them for not adding that warning, and they're basically saying we shouldn't get in trouble under state laws. And if Bayer wins, most of the current lawsuits against Bayer would be thrown out. It would be way harder for people to sue them over future issues with cancer, and Bayer would avoid paying billions of dollars in legal claims, and it would also make it harder in general for similar cases to be brought against other companies. And so then people would be using Roundup more widely, and
I feel like Bayer quoting the U.S. government. They're like, the federal government said it. It's like it's like an evil guy quoting another evil guy.
Also,
they're like the federal government's like, the Bayer's like, yeah, they said it's okay. And then the fucking federal government's over there like, yeah, it's fine. Like just two pervs. Just
also, the way things are going, I have unfortunately zero faith that this is not going to happen exactly how they want it to.
100%.
Can also, for instance, we were talking about conspiracies. Can I jump in with a mini little Roundup conspiracy?
The Roundup.
That's nice. You heard it here first. Okay, so it's Roundup and another weed killer that I think is owned by Johnson & Johnson, perhaps, or maybe it's still all the same company now. But so it causes cancer. It's used to kill weeds. One of the main weeds that it targets is dandelions. Dandelion flower, roots, leaves, all of it are edible and medicinal, and have cancer curing properties. So they're using like this cancer stuff to kill these like naturally growing cancer fighting things that just
give
like
people cancer.
Yeah.
Johnson & Johnson is a medical company.
Yeah, so then they get money.
Medicine
Yes,
that probably treats your cancer.
It's pure evil, and guys, and let's bring our hands together.
Chris,
Let's all hold hands.
You have to
So
reach.
far away.
I've got tiny hands. How do you feel after hearing this?
I'm sad, but I think about this shit every day, and it's not,
I've never had hope.
I try to have hope for like immediate and stuff that like.
So I want to talk about. I'm not a scientist.
What?
I am an environmentalist.
Okay.
I am a car owner.
Back to being a car owner.
And a car loser.
And recently, I'm 31 years old. A 32-year-old man told me I'm sort of a mother figure to him.
Wow.
Nice.
That's fun.
That's a sign of deep maturity. Do you know how old you were when he said that?
Said that
He was like, "You're not 50." You do have the wisdom of an older person.
Well, so here's what I want to talk about. A lot of people are feeling the doom. They're feeling the doom, and a lot of people, especially progressives, I would say, they feel like climate is too complicated. I have no control over what the government is doing. There's nothing I can do, so like we're fucked. And even if people are radicals in terms of like leftist views, a lot of people just feel like, well, we're fucked. So
I feel like you're inside my brain.
Yeah.
That's exactly how
Okay, so I'm here to tell you that we still need to fight, and here's why, and that this is going to motivate you. You like hero stuff.
Yeah.
You like fantasy novels.
I do.
I'm trying.
Okay.
I'm
Maddie
trying
does too.
to.
Just doesn't know it.
So
I love them.
So it all okay. So I want to reframe people's brains, because I think this is the missing ingredient for everyone going absolute not so crazy mode. Okay.
I really hope this isn't a joke, because I'm really
No.
praying that
This is ready.
Okay.
Okay. Are you ready for some ministerial work?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're all reliant on nature to survive. And we need to connect with our love of nature in order to want to protect it. And I think that's what a lot of people, everyone's super disconnected from nature. I'm in my house. If I'm not walking outside right away, I'm in my house for most of the day. I'm not remembering that I'm connected to nature and but that nature is all around us. This is nature. The air, that's nature. Water, toilets, funny, that's nature.
Real plants. Refuse to have fake plants in here.
We're
This is real leather. We killed nature, made it into
fought this
real
thing.
leather. Everything that got here, the electricity,
So-
even if it's not our favorite nature, coal and natural gas, that's all nature. Everything we do is we are nature. But because of the world that we've created, we're under the illusion that we're not completely reliant on nature to survive. We think that humans are ruling the world, okay? And we all have a deep interest in wanting nature to be healthy because it's our home. It's the thing keeping us alive. So really, when the administration is passing policies that destroy nature, we should be pissed. It's like someone
She's fighting back, and I don't blame her.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's what's going on right now.
Right? It's like they're setting our house on fire, and if someone was setting your house on fire, you'd be pissed off.
Yeah.
But so most people are feeling like, oh, I don't have power. But it's actually, we should all be, rather than overwhelmed, actively really pissed. But the only way to get angry and pissed is if you first feel a personal connection to the thing that's being attacked. And I think for the most part, most people feel sort of disconnected from nature.
You're preaching the choir here. So are you trying to get like the people, like the great populace to like...
Your boys, the boys listening. But here's the other thing here's what I really wanted to bring to you guys is, okay, so when we don't feel connected to nature, we don't feel an urgent need to fight for it. But like I said, what does it mean to be disconnected? Most people are disconnected from nature. Most people are not waking up in the morning thinking, wow, or even if they're walking outside, most people are on their phones. They're not really realizing like, oh yeah, like the trees are directly giving me oxygen and we have this interconnected relationship.
I think also when you say most people, like in urban settings.
In urban settings.
Yeah,
but like even people in rural settings.
People in rural settings are usually
I think most
going outside to live.
Most humans are pretty disconnected from nature.
Like we always say there's the natural world, and that means there's like nature. But we never say there's like we don't call this the unnatural world.
True.
We like call it an urban setting or whatever the fuck that means. But yeah, it's true. There's nothing that's fabricated out of nothing.
Yeah.
We're not like making anything from nothing. Every like asphalt, that's coming from somewhere. The bricks, that's coming from somewhere.
Yeah.
The metal is coming from somewhere. It's all...
It'll start freaking blowing your mind when you walk around the world going, everything is neat. It's the most obvious idea, but like everything is nature.
I think
we are nature.
Proven, at least in my lifetime, that no one really cares about trees or animal extinctions or anything. And I think the thing that's going to make people care, and when it's going to be too late, is clean drinking water. And Wall Street just started trading water futures, which should make people a lot more mad than it is. I don't even know if people know about it, but it's fucking scary as shit, dude.
Well, and I hate to always bring it back to an agrarian society, but
I'm down. I'm in.
I do.
Let's go.
But I do. But
wait, agrarian's like farming, right?
I think the reason that most people are very disconnected from the idea of what nature is because we don't take care of really most things ourselves. When you live in a city, it's your garbage is disposed for you. Your water comes directly to your house. Your food, you have no idea where your food comes from. We're not sourcing anything ourselves. There are all these systems that are middlemen. So we forget that if these systems shut down, we wouldn't have any access to most resources.
Like a store, which
you'd have
honestly,
to directly.
Stores are so unnatural.
Stores are super unnatural. So do you have a plan in place for if all systems shut down, your quickest route to run to the Lake Michigan? Because I do.
Yeah, I do.
Well, you're pretty close to the lake.
You're gonna actually, let me, before I ask any questions, what is your plan? To
sprint down Division Street to Oak Street Beach.
And this is
and then what?
Great. So now you're in the epicenter of
now you're at the beach.
A city of 4 million people. There's no shelter. And there's complete chaos around you.
Sprint straight down the
She goes, you guys have a plan?
I'm going to the beach. The world's ending. What are you doing? I'm heading straight to the
Straight
beach.
to the beach, boys. Which one? Oak Streets.
I've grabbed my towel, sunscreen,
Okay,
a few
well-
fucking charcuteries.
Well, okay. Well, so this is ultimately what I wanted to say is that when we love things,
Heading straight to the beach.
Yeah, what? I have so many questions. I don't even know which one to
well,
start
so
with.
we
But I
need to feel connected to things to want to protect them. And so I do think there's a new consciousness people need to have where we actively like every day find a way to connect to nature and to feel like, oh yeah, I love this thing. I'm grateful that it's keeping me alive. So that when we see news that the Trump administration is fracking a new thing, then we get angry and then we go, okay, well, I need to talk to my politician about this or I need to take
You're
action
also
in some
assuming
way.
that most people even know what fracking is. Some people don't even care enough to learn what it is.
They don't, but most people know.
Unless their water
yeah.
lights on fire at their tap.
Well, yeah,
and
most
then
people
like,
don't know
wait,
that
I shouldn't
there
have
are-
signed this thing to make $8,000 fucking 3
Most
years ago.
people don't know that there are proprietary chemicals going into the earth. But here's just an example. And I think that because you guys are already invested, but for the people not, it's like sometimes it's hard when people see like deforestation, they might not think, I guess it's not immediately affecting me, but when you love something, because if you find out your buddies, if you find out that the federal government is fracking your friend Chris.
They're fracking you, dude?
I'd be like, come on.
No. I would be like, I don't like fracking anymore, actually.
I've been trying to keep it a secret.
When you were fracking other people's friends, I thought that was cool. When you frack Chris, I don't like that anymore.
I was too embarrassed to tell you,
Uncle
bro.
Sam, stay out of my friend's butt with all your oil chemicals and your water
They're
stuff.
looking for my natural gases.
That's true. It is. There is a hefty supply. That's true. Okay, if I may, I think like most things, I don't
That
want to.
metaphor, because I really thought that metaphor was going to hit.
Yeah. Well,
if
I mean, I know
they're
you're
fracking.
taking this to like the greater, masses, but like, I think, I don't want
Fracking me
you to
right in my
dissuade
ass.
you or anybody from like discovering a love of nature. But I think like a lot of things, I think it has to start at a young age. Like from the time I was a kid, I was like, I loved it. And like my mom took us out and like taught us to appreciate it and like, to be nice and gentle and things. I think some people are out here just like, yeah, kill stuff and like, I don't know. I don't know where some of the mentality comes from.
It's like a toy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're taught it's like something that it's like there for them to enjoy and not get anything, to only get out of it, not put anything into it. Like I grew up in Colorado and I see so many people like that visit from other states. They come there and they're just like, it's all playground. You know what I mean? They're like, they're off the trails. They're like fucking doing wild shit. Like, down by the next to the lake where they shouldn't be. I see them feeding like squirrels or something like that. Or like there's like in Western Colorado, there's like this dirt that is only there because of like years and years and years of buildup, like thousands of years of
Yeah.
buildup.
Some kind of like
And it's
loam
like,
or something.
do not step. It's like a moss that grows on sand.
Okay.
And they're like, do not step over there. And people, you'll be like, see just like,
Instagram people
be
like,
like, I gotta go there to take the picture now. Like it's all like a backdrop. It's
Yeah.
all fucking,
Yeah.
like, that's what, and like that ultimately though, that's a reason to take care of it. Like it's not like we were in a massive area where there's a huge fire, forest fire in Oregon, like that, and it was caused by a power company that thought they had turned off their cables, but they hadn't, and they were like over 60-mile-an-hour winds, and it knocked down a cable, and now they've don't have a forest there.
Burnt
You
out,
can't
yeah.
take fucking cool Instagram photos in front of a forest fire scar.
No.
If that's your
It doesn't
motivation.
look all that good.
Well,
Yeah.
and I feel very like a climate scientist would be like, yeah, no duh, Lucia. This is like being human 101. But I think most people forget about it. Like we
It's
need
the mindset of othering ourselves from nature.
Totally.
Yes. We are animals. We just happen to be the ones that are most capable of affecting the planet, which doesn't make us not natural. It just makes us fucking
most people walk around
Different.
the world
parasitical.
not realizing. Like I was a suburbs kid. I grew up in the suburbs, which is the most sort of
that's
in
more
the middle-
nature kind of like.
yeah, in terms of being around it, but in
But
terms
like
of like
lawns and
the
planted
systems,
True.
yeah, in terms of the systems I was in, it was just like, yeah, we go to the mall and we hang out and whatever, and you. What
You
am I
guys ever
trying
like
to
go
say?
camping? I feel like your dad did like stuff with you guys.
I
right?
was not an outdoorsy kid though. I
like,
hated
really?
it. When my dad made us go camping, he accidentally got whole milk for the first time. That's the only thing I remember about
This is
camping.
so funny that you went camping once, your dad got the wrong milk, and you what? Shit the tent? I knew it had to be.
No, I didn't.
Okay.
No, I didn't. I just went, oh, what is this? We were at 2%. No, we were skim milk cows. But I was not into.
What?
She's like, camping was a
ruined by
nightmare.
whole milk?
Dad got the wrong milk, and he's
Yeah, I
like,
hate camping.
he tried
Why?
so
Well,
hard.
my
I was
dad
not
bought-
an
he's like
outdoorsy
a
kid.
single dad. He's like, I got the
So
wrong
this
milk.
means you hate tents and sleeping on
Like
the ground?
now I enjoy I'd say I'm more of a glamper. I'm not like I'm very much I'm an urban gardener, but I'm very much like a city person.
Yeah.
But so what I'm saying is like I grew up suburban. I'm an environmentalist now, but I was not like feeling connected to nature as a kid. And I think most people raised in any sort of industrial place have this sort of like, yeah, we use nature for our convenience mindset, and then you're not really recognizing like a deep need to protect it. And so I think we do need to re-brainwash ourselves constantly, because everyone is living under the illusion that we have absolute abundance, endlessly renewable, where if you actually take a second to look at the systems we're in, they're crazy. Landfills, we're running out of space. Recycling doesn't happen. It's just because we're not in charge of the systems that we don't see it. But everything we're living in is completely crazy. Well, you know what my first spark to be an environmentalist was? Court mandated trash pickup in high school. I got caught at a party.
Bad girl shit.
I got caught at a party by the cops, me and all my friends, and then we had to do trash pickup. And when we got to trash pickup, the guy who was running it went, first day he went, once you look he went, once you look for trash, you can't unsee it.
Oh.
That's been the rest of my life.
Yeah. Truly.
Oh, because just seeing how much trash is really on the side
And
of
it's
a road.
true. When you start looking for trash, all you see is
All you
trash.
see is trash. And it's fucking everywhere.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's nuts.
Even littering, I mean, don't litter in this fucking city. Even like I see people that are like, oh, I'm in the city. Blah. I'm like, oh, come on. Like New York that's my least favorite part about New York.
It's so true. So
I
much
mean, yeah,
trash.
if you think about what litter is on the earth, I can't think of a more piece of litter than a city.
Yeah.
Like an urban, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Streets, tracks, skyscrapers.
Trash as a
sewage.
concept is crazy.
The amount that we produce is bananas. Like
It didn't always exist.
Again, you got to just
true.
think
I
about
mean, when
where
everyone's
it's
just
gonna
burning
go.
trash or composting by default.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All these human.
They were still just throwing piles into the woods, though. That's why you find like people stumble upon like, oh, this used to be a furnace.
Well,
or
it's
a
really
outhouse.
plastics. I mean, we got
Plastics
so much
are
to
what
get
fucked.
into.
Plastics fucked us forever
Yeah.
and ever and ever.
But also, I mean, that was pre-vaccine. So it's like you get vaccines, you get trash.
I mean, I think we would have been better without maybe, who knows? Never mind. I'm not going to start talking about all this nonsense.
So I brought the vibe down. So we started up here and we came down here.
Yeah, that's Lucia bums us out.
Yeah.
That's the
whole
fucking
point.
segment. It was fun. I mean, I think really
I almost just said maybe we'd be better off with vaccines at the end of that thing. I go, I almost said maybe we'd be better off without plastics. That's how much you just bummed me out. So I appreciate you.
I think the take home lesson is that basically it's like humans, we need to like have object permanence in a way. And be like, hey, this came from somewhere and it's also going to go somewhere.
It's the truest
like,
spirituality.
We're a closed system. Nothing's going anywhere. There's nothing that came from magic, and there's not any magic place shit is going.
I think the only way to look at it,
natural. It's all part of a system.
The magic
So yeah.
is the trash.
I also think we should look at it too as like is not like this isn't yours. This is you're borrowing this from the next generation. You know, like this is like, and also like to be good stewards of the land, and then to make it better and leave it better than you found. That was my mom's thing always, and I think it's also probably every scout motto is like leave things better than you found it. You know,
leave no trace.
100%.
Well, I do think
Take only-
a
was it
lot
take
of
only
people
pictures, leave only cookies?
feel hopeless. When I discovered sustainability in high school, that's when I was like, oh, I do sort of have a spiritual belief system, which is just taking care of nature, and it gives a real sense of purpose. And we gotta fight for the planet.
You gotta fight for your right
To lose your car.
baby.
yeah, man, and you find it again.
Well, hey, thanks for tuning into the Buddy System. This
Thanks,
has
guys.
been a fun episode with our third episode with our buddy Lucia.
Lucia, thanks, bud.
Guys,
thanks for coming us.
Thanks for
by
being
and bumming
here.
us out.
This is my favorite thing.
Well, yeah, check us out on all platforms.
Was this good?
Yeah, it was good. I'm trying to end it.
yeah, this is great.
Check us out on all platforms. You can see us on Spotify, YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Amazon
Oh,
Podcasts.
and I wanted to give a shout out.
Yep.
Great.
Lucia's got a quick shout out.
I wanted to give a shout out to one of our to one of your listeners who's crossed over to become one of my listeners, is sort of tracking how often I do certain jokes, which I'm not a huge fan of.
Oh, what a piece of shit.
But
wait, who is?
Okay, this is actually huge. This listener, I want to give a shout out to.
Never mind, he's a great guy.
The Chicago Neighborhoods Illustrator.
This
you
guy's
know,
the best.
Yeah, this guy is the best.
He listens to the podcast.
Yeah,
we
he's
use
the man.
we use his fonts for our
Yeah,
fucking
he's
logo.
the man.
Yeah.
I
He's
talked
the
this
man.
guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This guy's awesome.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
We've talked
That's why I'm giving him a shout out.
Well,
Okay,
huge
great.
shout out, Fran.
Yeah,
Good shout out.
We love you. Thanks, man.
Thanks for
I don't know why
letting
we
us-
just got mad about that.
It's
got
because
heated.
I sort of said I made a joke that he was tracking my jokes. He's not. He's a supporter of
Don't
the
you ever
arts
talk
and a
about him like
supporter
that again.
and a supporter of us, and that's
I
why I
would
want to
die for you, dude.
give him a shout out.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Thank you.
And buy his incredible neighborhood prints.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're sick. We love his font. Thank you for letting us use it. This guy's so cool. We asked him, we're like, how much do you want? He's like, just use it,
Oh
man.
my
He's the best.
god!
Yeah, yeah.
And that's called supporting community.
Yep. Subscribe on Patreon. Episodes are early there, and there's also bonus ones. We'll see you soon.
Yeah. Love you guys.
Bye.
Thanks, guys.